So we'll just finish up the rest of these videos with just the how to use these formulas. So first thing you need to know is which formula we're using. Are we using side, 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 angle, side? And always be careful, because even if you see two sides in an angle, it could technically be side, side, angle. So just double check. So gamma would be between sides A and B, because it's across from side C. So this is the side angle side. And the way side angle side works is you just do a half. You multiply it by the two side lengths that are given to you, so 2 times 5. And then you multiply that by sine of the angle between the two. So yes, there are 3 different formulas. You can use all 3 formulas, but this is the easy way to think about it. Just take the 2 sides, and then the angle goes in the sine function. And then you just type it into a calculator. Once again, remember that it needs to be in your calculator. When I say it, your calculator needs to be in degrees. And there you go. Since we're doing area, it's unit squared. If there's a unit, it's a square unit. And that would be our answer. So let's do another one. Okay, once again, we just need to double check that this angle, alpha, is actually between the sides. And the way you'll know that automatically is as long as A is not, since this is alpha, we just don't want A to be one of the sides. And it isn't, so this is another side angle side triangle. So once again, you find your area by doing a half times side 7, side 5, times sine of the angle, and then you type that into your calculator. And apparently I don't have that one, so I'm gonna grab a calculator. I didn't type this one in already. So 7 times 5 times that times sine of -5, you get approximately 17.43 square units. And that's it. Easy enough, right? Okay, this next one, obviously there's all 3 sides, side, side, side. It's not necessarily a right triangle. Usually it will not be a right triangle. Right triangle, you can use your typical 1/2 base times height. But if you're not sure if it's a right triangle or not, which in most cases these will not be, you can just go ahead and use the formula. So remember, S represents your A plus B plus C over 2. And then the area would be the square root of S. And if you're wondering where I'm getting this, it's all this right here. So this was written 1/2 times all those. You can write it either way. So S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. So first thing I need to do is find my S. So I'm going to go ahead and take 9 plus 4 plus 6, divide that by 2, and that is 9.5. And then I go ahead and put it into my formula. So we have 9.5 multiplied by 9.5 minus our A, so 9. 9.5 minus our B, so 4. And 9.5 minus our C, which is 6. And then honestly, you can just go ahead and type it into your calculator and you will be golden. Once again, square units. Why not just go ahead and look at another quick example of a side, side, side? Once again, like I said, I'm gonna pretty much just give you non-right triangles, but just because it's nice to review from last year, the easy way of figuring out if 3 sides form a right triangle is by doing the Pythagorean theorem on it. So you take your biggest side squared, and if it's equal to the other 2 sides squared, or the sum of the other 2 sides squared, then it will give you a right triangle, and then you know it's a right triangle. But this one's not. So we're going to go ahead and find our S value by adding all of those together and dividing by 2. And that will give us 12.5. And then we'll find our area by taking that value, so the 12.5, and then I multiply it by 12.5 minus RA, then 12.5 minus RB, then 12.5 minus RC. Just so you know, the S value should always be bigger than every single one of these sides. If not, you're actually going to get a domain error, and it just means that you've typed something in wrong. I have not already previously typed this in, so let me go ahead and type this in. And I get 27.81 square units. And that's how that works. So the last thing we need to do, well, not that we need to, that's pretty much the whole lesson. You'll sometimes have word problems, and I just think this one's interesting to see. So we are trying to find the area of the shaded region. We've got a semicircle, and we know the diameter is 10 inches. And the length of the chord AB, so this right here, is 8 inches. And we know that triangle ABC is a right triangle. Well, since it's a right triangle, I can go ahead and find the area by just doing a half times my base. Now we don't actually know my base. One of these can represent the base. One of them would be the height. So let's go ahead and find that base. Since it's a right triangle, I've got, now there's a quick way to do this, but I'll go ahead and show this the slow way. So we've got 10 squared equals 8 squared plus, I'm going to call it x squared. So we've got 100 equals 64. If you subtract 16 equals x, or not 16, 36 is what I meant to say. 36 equals x squared, so x equals 6 inches. Now there was a quick way I could see that if I divided 8 by 2, you get 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I knew it was going to be a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. It's one of those Pythagorean triples. But you can use the Pythagorean theorem, find it. So our area of the triangle, I'm going to write it this way, is a half times our base times our height. And that gives us 4 times 6, so 24 square inches. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and find the area of the semicircle. I'm going to write it this way. Okay, so area of semicircle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the area of a semicircle is a half times pi r squared. So I am going to, go ahead and take a half, multiply by pi. My radius is going to be 5, so 5 squared. And then I'm just going to go ahead and find the approximate answer. So we've got 12.5, so 39 point, I'm going to go ahead and round it to 27 square inches. So to then go ahead and find the value that's remaining, we're just going to go ahead, or the shaded, I should say, the shaded region, I'm going to go ahead and subtract these. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 39.27, subtract 24 from it, and I get 15.27 square units. And there you have it.